All right, today I want to talk about real quickly how to create emotional honesty in a relationship. Before I do that, I want to start talking to you about how do we create dysfunctional, how do we create dishonesty within a relationship? And I can tell you is this, everything needs to be nourished. A relationship needs to be nourished, needs to be cultivated, right? The tendency that we tend to do after we get in commitment with a relationship, whether it be boyfriend, girlfriend, or even in a marriage, we tend to lose the passion that we once had. And then when you lose the passion and the commitment that you had to really nurture that relationship, what we tend to do is not pay attention anymore. And not pay attention in the way we're nurturing. We're not nurturing. So the relationship starts to have malnutrition. So what is the things that we do that takes away the nutrition, the vitalness of the relationship? Lack of patience, being impatient, being disconnected emotionally, going through the emotions and just not prioritizing time, emotions, connections with the person. When I mean emotions, I mean being emotionally connected. Judging without grace, that's another one that will definitely create malnutrition within that relationship. Resentment, disrespect, boundaries violation, or demanding your way, and not even caring anymore about yourself. You see, in a relationship, there's two people, and two people need to take care of themselves individually. Also, understanding that how you take care of yourself or how you not take care of yourself does affect the other person. Your sphere of influence within a relationship, somebody else gets impacted by that disconnection or that lack of nourishment that you do with your own self-care, with your own self. So that's what does that create? It creates people performing out of fear around you versus you being out of love. People being disconnected and distant from you. People putting up walls and not feeling safe. People resenting you. People dishonoring you or dishonoring your time and who you are, not seeing who you're valuable. So when you have all of those around you, you might want to pause and say, okay, how am I nurturing myself? How am I nurturing myself? How am I nurturing my self-care? How am I nurturing who I am? How am I nurturing my inner self? And then the second question, how am I nurturing that relationship? How am I nurturing that relationship? Have I neglected the relationship? And if you have, you could see it by its fruits. You could see the dysfunction in a relationship. And I know it takes two to tango. I know it takes two people, but I'm talking to you. It's about you, what you get to do to shift and change, not what the other person gets to do and shift. Because at the end of the day, guess what? You will absolutely gain when you shift for you. You will get better. You will get better. Okay, so what happens? What do we get to do to create that emotional honesty within a relationship? Number one, you get to be with somebody. When you're with somebody and you be with somebody, well, let me actually tell you some of the qualities that allow you to give you some good relationship chemistry. Number one is being patient. Being patient, being present, being compassionate, being forgiving, being honoring of other people's boundaries. Those are great nutrient for your ground, your relationship ground. It's just like a plant that needs great nutrition within the soil so it could grow and nourish. Those are great ones. Patience, presence, being present, being compassionate, forgiving, and honoring somebody else's boundaries. Okay, what does that produce? What it produces is you be with somebody without judgment when they're grieving, not trying to fix them. I know my daughter just went to college, back to college, and I was being with her while she was grieving the fact that she's been with us for, back because of COVID. She's back in grieving the fact that she has to leave our home and get back into school. Now she's better, but I didn't need to fix her. I needed to hear her. That's what causes people to be emotionally connected. And also when somebody's going through frustration, I was just another person that was going through so much frustration, to be able to listen and hear and then speak the truth in love. That also will help create emotional honesty. Another thing, when somebody's is just with you, just being with somebody, I think about my wife, just being around her and appreciating her for who she is versus what she can give me. And for you is, do you appreciate a person for who they are? You know, we talk about we'll grow old together. Well, growing old together means that I want somebody to grow old together. Well, that means that you're going to shift. You're going to have, it's like I say, I've been married for 22 years, for 22 different people. The same person shifts, changes all the time. So I have to adjust to that new person, the new way of being, what's going on with her within. So if I'm not present, as I said, I want connect and I want to adjust and course correct within my relationship, because I want her to be the exact same way she was when we first got married. That's not going to happen. She has changed. She has evolved. So you get to do the same thing. Connect with that person. They have changed, they have evolved. Get to know them. Every level, there's a new person within them, right? So, and also being with somebody that you could speak to, that you could connect to, that's being authentic, you know? Knowing the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it takes time. It does take coaching starting from you, okay? It takes you to really deal with you before you deal with somebody else. I'm sure you've heard me say this over and over and over and over again, right? So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today, about how to create emotional honesty. When there is no emotional honesty, there's emotional dishonesty, distrust, and eventually a breakup. That's my time. I want to thank you so much for watching this. And again, you're ready to rock and roll, just put down emotional honesty. And I'll connect with you. We could talk about how to be more emotional honest with yourself and with other people. Thank you for watching this one.